update us a little bit about the situation in Sudan, and are you optimistic that the Sudanese government and the people, they will pass the problem there in order to achieve the peace and stability for the Sudanese people?
Well, we're now in the final phase of the implementation of the CPA. There are 5 months to go before the elections fall due, and then a further 9 months for the referendum. The CPA has made a lot of progress and has a number of accomplishments to its credit, which should never be forgotten, because that shows that no matter how challenging the circumstances are, and they are, that the two partners, the two signatory parties, despite their differences, have achieved a lot and can achieve more and can resolve these issues. But a lot of hard work is required, particularly with regard to reaching agreement on all the preparations for the elections and the referendum. And each of these subjects contain subsets of issues on which agreement is required. And the two parties need all the help they can get within the parameters of the CPA from the international and regional community. And I think there is a great awareness now that the CPA is not something which, just because an agreement was signed in 2005, is a done and dusted deal, that it does need to be implemented for that peace to be sustained and for a peace dividend to accrue to the people, especially in the south and in the 3 areas of northern Sudan, for that peace to become stable and sustainable. So that awakening of the urgency of to help both parties to successfully deal with the outstanding issues is a welcome development.
So are you optimistic in general, or are we going to see another conflict like the one in Darfur?
We are optimistic, but we have to be realistically optimistic, because you can't be optimistic and sit back and wait for good things to happen, because if you do that, good things may not happen and all you see. And if we've seen in Sudan, when good things don't happen, then very bad things can happen and all you see. So it's very, very important to be optimistic and to recognize the challenges and to provide all the assistance that the two parties need in order to overcome their the differences which they continue to have.
What's these differences, the most important obstacles?
Well, we're all aware of that they refer to the usage of the census results for the elections and preparations with regard to the elections, and also, most importantly, with regard to the referenda bills. That's for Southern Sudan and for Abyei, and for the post-referendum arrangements, which include a number of issues, but especially wealth sharing and oil sharing, and completing the border demarcation and the redeployment of forces. So on these issues, much has been done, much remains to be done, and if what remains is not fully accomplished within a diminishing timeline, then of course tensions can increase. But all of it is doable, and I am personally confident that given the political will, given the necessary effort and the availability of international and regional cooperation, the CPA will be implemented on schedule in a manner in which the peace in the post-referendum period will be sustained.